One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Fielded in the end zone, it's Martin. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Penn State's offense will have the football first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Paul.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
And the Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds a man on the left. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Here's a hit. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Catch in the middle, it's Reynolds. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quickly to the tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. 4th down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does, winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Working that left side now. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll do it himself. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The Nittany Lions are threatening on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. And they can't punch it in with a 1st down run, and the defense has 1 stop. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's King. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it.
There he goes. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. And the Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl, but knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Going for it all. It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. To the air, it's Nelson. Finds his man, it's King. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Golden Gophers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Go east-west, and the quarterback gets strung out, doesn't pull the trigger and really make a decision. You'd like to see him stick his foot in the ground, get more south, get more of a plus yardage on this play. Nice job by the defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he's got it! Touchdown, Minnesota!
Really nice job by the quarterback there, just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area, throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
Coming out with it, it's Ivy. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He's going to run it. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you wanted to be. You wanted to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure. With every win, that makes the next game that much bigger, and they've shown up on big stages on national television, and they've been able to deliver. This game, though, is the biggest yet. If they keep on the pace they're at, they're going to be playing for a Big Ten championship.
Looking downfield on 1st down. The short hands, it's Saunders. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Here comes the heat. And the Golden Gophers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the play fake. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with the front. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Richardson. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it on the run. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Penn State! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Dropping back, it's Nelson. That's caught. It's Smith. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. It's a running room. The 20. Past the 10. And he ran away from the crowd. Get in. Touchdown. Golden Gophers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. There he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hawkins. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. A little screen to the running back. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring.
Scores on the sneak.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Minnesota, 14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Under fire. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. And the Golden Gophers send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Takes it on the return. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Using his feet to buy time. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. And the Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hawkins. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Ivy. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it on the move. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Rushes on him, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
If the offense has had enough, they'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find
intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He goes down after the short return, but a play to get the football back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Works his way for 3 out to the 5-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to...
Turning it on! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of the...
Going for the big play. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
He'll try to do it himself.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell. They want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Got a man. It's Turner. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds a hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run out of it.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Got enough space. Touchdown, Minnesota! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the point after is good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Hawkins. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. Gives it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. The play action fake. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Lost the defense. He's wide open. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Michigan came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. To throw, it's Nelson. Oh, they're after him. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him...
He's got it down the right side. Turning on the Jets. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Golden Gopher. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football. Try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Wants to go up top on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Martin. Across the 45. A lot of room to the right. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. The Nittany Lions, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. They'll go to the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Back to pass, it's Nelson. That's reeled in, it's King. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's King. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. The Golden Gophers will have it 1st and 10. Just keeps slinging it. Pulls it in. It's King. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. And the Golden Gophers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Walsh. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Walsh.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
The Golden Gophers want to move quickly. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Back to throw, it's Nelson. Under fire. He makes a grab. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. Touchdown, Minnesota! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain when your defensive ends. You got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On the move, it's White. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. The defense uses a timeout. They want to make sure they have the right call here. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. They're working that left side. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent.